What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about about which direction states are trending overall. So, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I made a video about where states are gonna trend in 2020 relative to 2016. So today I'm going to be doing a video about where they're trending overall. So for example, I know in that video I said Ohio was trending was going to trend blue in 2020. Well, it's only because Donald Trump did so well there in 2016. Overall, Ohio is trending red. So we're gonna get started here on the East Coast, and of course we're gonna be starting out with Maine's second district, which is obviously trending to the right, but the rest of the Maine is trending blue, as you can see if I can find um, Maine second district, as you can see right here. Uh, it was red, then blue, and now it's red again. And if we go to Maine's first district, it has consistently been blue. In the modern era. Oh, that's Congress. All right. Yeah. So it's consistently been blue, and it's going to stay that way. So yes, it's safe to say that three of Maine's four electoral votes are trending to the left, and it's going to stay that way. New Hampshire is trending to the left as well. I've been hearing this whole rhetoric that's trending to the right. People are saying that it looks like because it was so narrow in 2016, which it was, but when you look at the vote, Obama did very well there in 2012 and 2008. He won by a likely margin over John McCain, but again, you have to remember. Sorry, that's my bad. In 2008, that was a blue wave year where the Democrats outperformed uh, all expectations and won in crazy places that they would never win in today. Um, so yeah. Also, what am I trying to say? If you compare every election, uh, every state to 2008, everything is going to be trending red because it was just such a Democratic wave year. John Kerry carried this as well. It was narrower. Al Gore barely lost this. I think he lost this by 7,000 votes. So yeah, it is trending to the left overall, but it's not really a significant trend. Or actually, I'm gonna add. Whoa, it's all just gonna be green. Here we go. Oh, solid. Okay, because we're not going to be doing any purple then, right? But it's all right. Okay, I want that to stay. Because there we go. No trends. So I'm actually going to label New Hampshire as no trends. And I hate this chart, so we're going to do bottom pie. All right, so yes, no trends. New Hampshire isn't trending in any direction, and nor is Vermont or Massachusetts. Because if you look, I'm gonna have to just edit the HTML. Was case sensitive? I forgot. There we go. So as you can see here, this has been a blue state consistently. It did narrow down a bit because Bernie Sanders did take away a good portion of the vote from Hillary Clinton. I'm learning a lot today, but yes. So he took away a good portion of the vote from Hillary Clinton. So but overall, it's going to trend to not really much. Same with Massachusetts. Massachusetts is going to stay a blue state for years to come. I just cannot imagine a red Massachusetts unless it's Charlie Baker. As you can see, Clinton got 60% of the vote here. Obama got 60%. I think got 62%. Yeah, okay, so he got 62%. Kerry got 62%, but he was from Massachusetts. And Gore got 59%. But again, Ralph Nader took 6% of the vote away from Al Gore there. So, yes, this has been a consistently blue state. It's going to stay that way. Okay, let's go back to 2016. All right, so yes, not really returning anywhere. As for Rhode Island, I know that this has been kind of a meme from a certain YouTuber, but Rhode Island is actually trending to the right now. It's not a red state by any means, but it is because Hillary Clinton she got 55% of the vote here. Obama got I think 62%, and he did really well there in 2008. So Democrats are consistently getting around 60%, and then we had this huge drop again. Al Gore got 60%, even though Nader taking away a ton of votes from him. So yes, we saw a significant drop in Rhode Island. County flipped. That's Kent County. So yeah, it's trending to the right overall. I'm going to say the same thing about Connecticut, which again is I'd say Connecticut is a bit more blue than Rhode Island, and they're still a safe blue state. So don't get distracted by this by any means. But Donald Trump was the first he was the first Republican to cross 40 here in I think 20 years, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, that's really embarrassing. All right, so I was assuming that Romney had only got 38% of the vote. Um, okay, Bush did pretty well for a Republican. So yeah, overall, Trump did actually make a trend to the right. But yeah, I'm actually going to label it as no trends after seeing that. So yeah, so a lot of these states aren't really trending anywhere at all. As for New York is trending to the left. Believe it or not, this was once a likely blue state, which is weird to hear because everyone knows it's a safe blue state. New York, whoa, New York. So yeah, so Hillary Clinton, she got 60% of the vote here. Obama got 63%. He got 62%. That was the one actually. Whereas we were seeing John Kerry getting less than 60%. I think Al Gore only got okay. So yeah, Bill Clinton actually didn't do that great here. I mean, like he did pretty well for, but still for a Democrat, he didn't do that great. Um, so yes, as you can see here, only getting 49% of the vote. So overall, it is trending to the left, just subtly. It's not really a big deal, the way like states like Arizona are. So again, it's a subtle trend. So I'm actually going to start labeling these. In Rhode Island, it is trending red by that. It's trending red almost certainly. All right, so going over to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is also trending red, because again, you have to remember this is it's all blue state, and Hillary Clinton lost it all of a sudden in 2016 because Donald Trump ran a very strong campaign there. Now Obama won it by 5 points in 2012. I think he won it by 10 in 2008. Yeah, he won it by 10. John Kerry, he won this narrowly over George Bush, and Al Gore won this by less than a percentage. Oh, I'm getting embarrassed here. Right, so, uh, I think that the only reason for this state is now demographically, it's not trending to the left, but there are two reasons for this. First, people are starting to leave the big areas, the urban centers like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and go to like other cities, like on the West Coast, specifically. For better opportunities, and that's not good news for the Democrats. Second of all, Pennsylvania has a declining population, so they have 20, they had 22 electoral votes from from uh, 2000 to 2010. They had 20 electoral votes from 2010 to 2020. Now they're only going to have 19. So the declining population, and also lastly, Democrats are starting to stand for really liberal and progressive climate legislation, such as the Green New Deal, which doesn't actually hurt coal miners, but Donald Trump is very good at making it seem that way, and the Republicans are hell bent on winning the state. So Pennsylvania, as a result of that, is trending to the right. I say that with complete confidence. And now going over to New Jersey, I'm not really aware of any trends going on in New Jersey right now. Um, However, there is the interesting thing to talk about is that there was a lot of third party voting in 2016. And the Republicans have been crossing 40 consistently. Even John McCain did. It was actually pretty close in 2004, and it was not close in 2000. So again, um, it is trending to the left overall, but it's very subtle. I mean, like it's not that noticeable. So if you're a Democrat, New Jersey's going to stay blue, but again, not that important. Delaware is going to trend blue this year, and overall, it is a trending blue state. And I say this because, first of all, Joe Biden is very popular in Delaware, so he's going to win it. And second, there has been a lot of third-party voting here, and this was a close state in the early 2000s when Bush won both times. I mean, like, Bush got he lost it by a likely margin, and he lost it by. Some people have that as a likely margin. I have it as a safe margin, but still, it is trending blue overall. But again, very subtle trend. Maryland. So Maryland is interesting because it was one of the few states that Hillary Clinton got over 60% of the vote in. And surprisingly, I didn't expect that. So she got 60% of the vote in Maryland. Obama did as well, and I believe he did against McCain. John Kerry didn't. It was actually somewhat close in 2004, and it was not close at all in 2000. So, as you can see, it is trending to the left. But again, like a lot of these states in New England, not by that much. Now, Virginia is interesting. Okay, DC is just going to say blue. Like, it just happened as that. Now, Virginia is very interesting because it is definitely trending blue, probably by something like that, similar to Ohio. But the difference between Virginia and Ohio is that Virginia has consistently been going blue since 2008, when Obama flipped it. Hillary Clinton won this by 5 points, by a little more than 5 points in 2016. Obama won this by 4 points in 2012 as one of the few states where Clinton did better than Obama, and he won it by almost 7 points in 2008. Now, Bush was winning the state both times that he ran. He beat John Kerry there by 8 points, and I think he beat Al Gore by 6 points. I was wrong again, and saying a lot of dumb stuff. All right, so as you can see here, it is trending to the left. That's obvious, and the Republicans, I think, have already written it off. Now, West Virginia is probably not really trending anywhere. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of something else. Now, West Virginia is certainly trending to the right because I just want to show you guys. This was a competitive state in the early 2000s because they love moderate Democrats, and moderate Democrats, Bill Clinton, John Kerry. This was competitive with when Al Gore ran. He got 46% of the vote there. Bill Clinton won it twice. I think John Kerry actually did pretty decent there too. Yeah, and then it just fell off a cliff where Obama, he got 42% of the vote there, but I think Romney held him to below 40%. Yeah, so you got 35%, and then Hillary Clinton did horrible. She lost by like 42 points, I believe. Yeah, she lost by 42 points. So again, it's definitely trending red overall as a whole. I'm actually going to put it in a interesting trend. So North Carolina is trending to the left. Definitely, that is not debatable at all. But it's just a little behind Virginia. It's like 4 or 5 years behind Virginia. So this is kind of like 2016 was like the 2010 maybe for so 2016 Virginia was kind of like 2016 North Carolina was kind of like the 2010 Virginia. Oh my god, I'm yawning way too much. Sorry. So yes, Donald Trump did win this by almost 4 points in 2016. In 2012, Romney won it by 1 point. In 2008, Obama narrowly carried it, but he won it by like 20,000 votes over John McCain. So yes, it is. You could say it's driving to the right because the Democrats won it in the year 2008, and but let's look at the previous elections. Even though John Kerry chose John Edwards, who is a senator from North Carolina, as his running mate, he only got 43% of the vote there. Al Gore didn't do any better than him. So yes, it is trending to the left overall, and it's going to become a blue state in the future. Maybe by 2024, 2022 midterms, they're going to flip the Senate seat. Talking about the Democrats, by the way. So yes, it is trending blue overall. All right, so let's go over to the state of Kentucky, where it is certainly trending red. It's no secret that Kentucky always wants a swing state. So yes, this was competitive in the year 2000. It was not at all in 2012 or 2008 even. So here, that's surprising. But Bill Clinton, he won this twice, and it was a huge swing. I mean, 20 points when we're talking about. So yes, it's training red. So is Indiana. So is Tennessee. Indiana's not really worth talking about in that regard. But Tennessee is worth it because 2008 was very competitive because A, it was Al Gore's home state, and B, it went for Bill Clinton twice, but Bush still won it. John Kerry didn't do it as well as Al Gore did there, and then since then it's been a solid red state. Now let's talk about Missouri, which is trending to the right overall. Again, a lot of these states in the lower Midwest are trending. Well, actually, most states in the Midwest are trending to the right. Because as you can see, Obama, he barely lost this in the year 2000. 2004, John Kerry barely lost this. And Al Gore, he only lost this by less than 3 points, or by just 3 points. Bill Clinton won it twice when he ran for president. So, yes, it was a blue state, or it was actually considered a bellwether state, which is really interesting. So now let's go over to the state of Arkansas, which is trending red. They used to have Democratic senators there, and John Kerry, he lost Arkansas pretty badly in the year 2004. Al Gore, he lost it by 6 points. John Kerry lost it by 10, and since then it's been a red state consistently. Okay, now we're going to talk about the state of Illinois, which is a really interesting thing to talk about because it hasn't really trended anywhere. And unlike most of the Midwest, Illinois is not really trending red. Illinois, a lot of third-party voting, but Hillary Clinton still won by 17 points. Obama won the state by 17 points, and he won it by 20-something points, 25. John Kerry, he won this by 10, and Al Gore won it by 12. So I guess there's a subtle trend, blue, but it's not super significant. It's not going to affect anything. Now going over to Michigan. Michigan is trending to the right now. It's not going to go red in 2020, probably not 2024, but maybe in 2028. So yes, it's a trend that is going to occur in the future, but not really in the near future. That we are going to know the political climate now. Al Gore, he won this by 50. He won this by 5 points in 2000. In 2004, John Kerry won it by 4. 2008, Obama won it by 16. 2012, he won it by 10, 9. In 2016, Donald Trump nabbed it over Hillary Clinton, barely. Although there was some shady stuff went down. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But still, it'll go blue 2020. But it's trending to the right overall. Same with the state of Wisconsin, which is trending to the right a little bit more significantly than Michigan. Actually, significantly more significant than Michigan. So as you can see, Hillary Clinton narrowly lost this, but 20,000 people were kept from voting because of gerrymandering, and they were all expected to go Democrat. So yes, Hillary Clinton should have won the state, but that didn't happen. Whatever. Obama, he won this by 7 in 2012. I think he won it by 14. And yeah, he won it by 14 2008. John Kerry barely won this over George Bush, and it was even closer in the year 2000, where Al Gore won this by 20.2%. So yes, it was very narrow. But it is trending red overall. Same with the state of Minnesota, which is actually trending red by more than you'd think. But this is still a very blue state because, yes, Obama won it by double digits twice. Kerry won it by 4 in 2004, but she won it by a double digits twice. Obama, I was wrong about that actually, but Hillary Clinton barely won it over Donald Trump, so it is trending to the right overall. As is the state of Iowa, very significantly. I mean, this used to be a leaning blue state, kind of like the New Hampshire of the Midwest, where it was a swing state but still a blue state because Obama, he won it twice, as you can see here. John Kerry barely lost this in 2004. And Al Gore, even though he lost the election, he won the state of Iowa. So, yes, very interesting thing to talk about, but it is trending to the right overall, as is the state of Louisiana, where I think this was talking about that Al Gore did not do horribly here. He, as you can see, yeah, he got 45% of the vote. John Kerry didn't do that bad either for a Democrat, but since then it's kind of just fallen off a cliff for the Democratic Party. It's going to be safe right in 2020. Mississippi is kind of trending to the left overall, but not, it'll stay red for the next 10 years, but maybe, I don't know, 20 years from now, it'll be maybe a swing state or a blue state. Again, I'm not sure, but as you can see here, no one has really done that well in Mississippi, but it is very slowly going to trend to the left. Alabama is actually trending red by not that much. This was never really a close state, so it's not really worth talking about. Georgia is trending blue very significantly. I mean, just look at the differences here. I mean, it was called at poll closing time in 2004. and it narrowed down in 2008 from Kerry lost it by what? He lost it by uh, let me see. He lost it by 16 in 2004, and then Obama lost it by 8. Then Romney lost it, or then Obama lost it by 8 again, and then Hillary Clinton cut that in half to 4. So yes, it's being drastically cut in half. Maybe this year Biden will lose it by 2, but I have it as a lean. So yes, it's definitely trending to the left overall, as is South Carolina. A bit more subtly though, kind of like North Carolina, um, because let's just see, South Carolina. So yes, Donald Trump won this by 14 over Hillary Clinton. Romney won this by 10 over Obama, and McCain won this by 9 over Obama. So I guess you could say it's trending to the right. But when you compare everything to Obama's 2 consecutive landslide victories, everything's trending to the right. Yes, so it's actually been kind of stable. Republicans getting 56-57% of the vote, but it is trending blue overall. Oh, and be um, should be a swing state in the near future. And the Dakotas, in Wyoming, in all of Nebraska, in Kansas, in Oklahoma are all trending red. It's pretty safe to say that that's all going on. Now going over Texas, Texas is certainly trending well blue by a little something like that. And this was once a solid red state. Now, do take into account that the George Bush was from Texas when he won. It's going to start in the year 2000. So let's go back to Bill Clinton because he won in a landslide consistently, but he did not do that great there. So as you can see here, Bush won this by 22 points over Gore. He won it by the same amount against Kerry. It narrowed down to 12 for Obama and McCain, and it went up to 16 for Obama and Romney. But then it decreased 16 to 9, almost cut in half. So it'll be some maybe like 6, 5 or 4 points margin of victory for the Republicans, which is likely. I have this likely, but it is trending blue overall, as are Colorado and New Mexico. So these are both one swing states. But again, when you look at elections of the early 2000s, let's look at the early 2000s, where Al Gore he won this by literally 300 votes over George Bush, so it was actually closer than Florida. John Kerry, he lost this by 6,000 votes, still very close. Obama won this by 15 over McCain. So again, 16-point swing is huge. He won it by 10 against Romney, or actually more like, yeah. And then Hillary Clinton, it narrowed down to 8%. But Gary Johnson did take away a lot of votes from Donald Trump. But it's still not going to matter, as it's still going to be blue. And it is trending to the left so much that those votes that were taken away from Trump aren't even going to matter. So it is trending to the left overall. Colorado is doing the same thing. It was actually a red state in the early 2000s, and a lot of people expected to go right in 2016. I mean, the polls had Trump ahead in Colorado, but he still lost it. Let's go back to the early 2000s. As you can see here, Bush, he 50% of the vote. Ralph Nader did take away some votes from Gore, but still, it would have been a Bush victory had him not been in the race. In Colorado, he won it by 4 against John Kerry. Whoops. Right. Let me see. Okay. He won it by Obama won it by 9 over McCain, and he won it by 5 against Romney. Clinton won it by 5 against Trump. So it is trending blue overall, but still interesting. Now Utah is trending red, just very subtly. Idaho is trending red very subtly. Montana. Now this is interesting because Montana is actually gaining population in their big cities, or not. Well, big cities in Montana are only like 100,000 people, but they're gaining population as well, which is good news for the Democrats. Urban areas are always good news. Obama got 40% each time he ran, and in fact, he lost by a tilt margin in 2008. As you can see here, he only lost this by 11,000 votes, which is interesting. But this was a solid red state. John Kerry didn't even get 40% of the vote, nor did Al Gore, I believe. And even if he had given all of Ralph Nader 6% of the vote there, he still would have lost it by significant margins. So it is trending blue overall, but it's a very subtle trend. Now going over to Arizona. Arizona is probably the trending bluest state in the union. I mean, like, look at this shift that we saw. But look at this shift we saw. Let's go back all the way to Al Gore versus George W. Bush. Where, as you can see here, Al Gore, he lost it by 6, not too bad. Kerry lost it by, I think, 10. And then Obama lost it by 9 against McCain. So it was staying red for a while. He lost it by 9 against Romney, still staying red. And that got cut more than in half. Hillary Clinton lost it by 3 points. All the polls are Biden up. Biden's going to win it in 2020, and it's definitely the trendy bluest state of them all. As you can see, so more states are trending blue than trending red. Some are just not trending really at all. So going over to Nevada, Nevada is trending blue. Some people say it's trending red, but it trended blue in the midterms. And there are some concerns for the Democrats here with Joe Biden, but still should not be a problem for them. Now let's go back to the year 2000, where Al Gore lost this by 4 points. John Kerry, he lost this by 3. But again, take into account that there was some shady stuff going on in Nevada in 2004, stuff that helped Bush win. But whatever, we're not going to talk about that. Obama, he won by a safe margin against McCain in 2008, and against Romney, he won by a likely margin. And Hillary Clinton won it by a tilt, or actually not, barely a lean margin, and it's going to go for Biden by a lean margin. So it is trending blue, but again, it moved to the right in 2016 compared to 2012 and 2008. But again, comparing everything to Obama's 2 landslide victories is not a good thing to do, because then everything would be trending red, because you'd have a whole red map in this regard. Now going over to Washington and Oregon, very subtle trends there, trending blue. Oregon's actually a bit more noticeable than Washington, because we're not going to talk about Washington, but actually, Washington was actually too close to Washington State. That's very kind of you, Wikipedia. All right. So as you can see here, this is actually pretty somewhat close in 2004, because Kerry, he only got 53% of the vote to Bush's 45. Al Gore, he lost. He won it by 6. So 6 point victories for Kerry and Gore, and then it just trended blue. I mean, it's actually kind of more interesting. Yes, so it is trending blue overall. Now going over to the state of Oregon, as you can see, it's going to make me delete all this. So Oregon was actually very close in 2000, 20 years ago. Let's go to 2000, where Al Gore, he got 46% of the vote. And again, you did have Nader taking away a lot of votes from Gore, but still, he won this by 7. He only got 7,000 more votes than George Bush. John Kerry, he won it by 4. Obama won it by 16. He won it by 12. And Clinton won it by 11. So it is trending blue overall, but still. California is definitely trending blue. Very subtly, though. Actually, the West Coast is trending to the left. It was a likely blue state in 2000 and 2004, so not super competitive, but still more competitive than we're used to in California. So Gore, he won this by a little less than 12. Kerry won it by 10, actually by 9 point, 9. Then Obama, he got 61% of the vote. He got 60% again. Hillary Clinton got 61% of the vote, and Donald Trump got 31. And Biden's going to kill Trump here. It's obvious. It's obvious. I forgot Florida. How can we forget Florida? So Florida is trending blue narrowly, just because of the increasing Latino population. So yes, as most of you guys know, the infamous 2000 election in Florida, where there was a lot of shady stuff going on between Al Gore and George Bush. Al Gore literally lost this by 500 votes. So yes, then it kind of went for Bush by 5 in 2004, and then Obama carried it by 2. So blue plus 1, blue plus 2 plus 1, and then Trump carried it narrowly over Clinton by 1, and now it is going to go it's expected to go for the Democrats in 2020, and it'll definitely be a blue state by 2024. Hawaii and Alaska are trending blue. Alaska less so than Hawaii, but still they're trending blue, and that's the map. So 323 electoral votes are trending blue, 190 trending red, 25 are not trending at all. And it's worth noting that a lot of these trending red states are actually losing electoral votes in the coming years. So as you can see, these states are all losing electoral votes. All these states are losing electoral votes in the coming years. So yes, that's an interesting thing to just mention. So overall, a lot of the country is trending blue, but there are still some places, especially in the Midwest, that are trending to the right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow, and be sure to like and subscribe. Bye.